Jacob Buchanan, Mortgage and Muscles. Our first episode here, my man Dylan.
What's going on, y'all? How are you?
We're just going to go over a few things, kind of introduce ourselves, get to know us on a personal level to a certain extent, and just kind of talk about real estate and fitness and some kind of things that's going on in our market here in Jacksonville, and get some real estate background information, some mortgage information, and have any questions, concerns, just reach out to us, and we're here for you. So Dylan, where did you go to school at?
I actually went to school in the University of North Florida. I got a bachelor's degree in healthcare administration, which is absolutely nothing to do with real estate.
Hey, that happens.
I got in there, hated it, absolutely hated it, got my real estate license, and haven't looked back since.
Okay. So UNF is down the street, of course. I went to Jacksonville University myself, so we're both kind of, I don't want to say from here, but more or less we're from here. How did we meet? I forgot. How did we meet?
We met at the Multifamily Mindset event.
Yeah.
Which kind of crazy that we're both here.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
It was a 2-day class. I think it was about like 30 people, and I'm just going over how to get deals for multifamily. We're talking about 80 units to 200 something units, apartment complexes. So it was really cool. Get to meet him and his significant other, and we just kind of connected and looking to work together.
Great networking.
Great
relationships.
No, for sure. Absolutely.
The class was very useful, but as far as the information, I think the relationships built were so much more than the class had to offer.
For sure. I think a lot of like-minded people got together in one environment for a few days, and that was awesome. It was cold in that building, but it was. I remember that.
It was cold and bright. Those lights up top.
So you went to UNF, you got your degree. What got you to get into real estate specifically?
So growing up, actually, my grandparents were into rentals. They had a few duplexes and that kind of thing, and I always saw them. They'd get these big wads of cash once a month, and I thought to myself, man, that looks pretty nice, right?
Okay.
You got a wad of cash. So I started thinking, wow, real estate, this seems cool. First job I had outside of high school, I worked at a credit union.
Okay.
So I started seeing the mortgage side of things a little bit. I started seeing all these other people who were involved in real estate, and I started asking myself more questions. Well, I left the credit union to go to school, and I was just missing something. I hated it. And
Sitting behind a desk, or
I didn't like going to school for healthcare.
Okay.
I started with nursing school, then changed to healthcare administration. Didn't like any of it. I got a summer off, got my real estate license, and realized that, man, there is no better field to do the things that we do in the real estate field. I mean, you're helping people every single day.
Biggest transaction they'll ever purchase
of their life.
And
you get to be that trusted source through it. And for me, it's helped me educate myself because I have a goal to have investment properties of my own. I just bought my first one, and I'm looking to get another. And it's been by helping other people, I've educated myself, and I've gotten to the point to where I can grow, and I don't think any other field would have allowed me to do this kind of thing.
Absolutely. And I mean, let's throw this out there. Dylan, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22. Come on, guys. So the thing about real estate is it doesn't matter when you start or how you get into it. There's a potential, and he's crushing it right now. So that's just something I just want to throw out there. Would you say is a big kind of do or don't do in real estate? What would you say as a realtor, like representing or even listing or the buying side?
Let's see. I would probably say, well, listing and buying, this would be separate than what I was going to say, because I was thinking more along the terms of investing or growth. I was thinking, don't be scared.
Okay.
People are always afraid. Debt can be good. Debt can be very good.
There's good and bad debt for sure.
But listing or buying, let's go. Don't want too much for your house. Be reasonable. When your real estate agent breaks down the comparables and you look at it, understand that we're not giving you this number because, it has a reason behind it. When a home is overpriced, it's going to stay on the market. It's not going to sell. Then you're going to have price drops, and it's going to sit on the market even longer. And that's the don't for selling. Do not overprice your home. Do something reasonable. For buying, just get out there. Don't be afraid to go see houses.
No, for sure.
Don't be afraid to do it. You got to try and put yourself out there to find the house that you love.
I completely agree with that. The market is changing a lot right now. On my end of the spectrum of the financing portion, rates are going down. But what have you seen in the sense of like homes on listing for or making offers, things like that?
I've seen homes sitting on the market.
Okay.
And a lot of it's got to do with price, obviously. People are getting better rates now. I'm working with a buyer who actually, we've been looking for so long She got everything redone and her rate dropped. Rates are getting better, but sellers, the homes are sitting on the market and they're not willing to negotiate.
not really,
They're just
yeah.
not willing to change.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is because they probably purchased when the rates were a little higher. They need that cash to pay off their debt and to buy another property. That's the only thing that I could kind of wrap my mind around. But a lot of people are kind of being a little hard on their listing price.
They are. And you are, when we do get deals that are going through, concessions are made at every single deal right now. The sellers are making concessions.
That's true.
I mean, obviously, a lot of home buyers need closing costs and down payment assistance.
Absolutely.
And we're getting that. It's becoming a buyer's market, really. We're getting the things that we want for our buyers, but we are still having those people who just aren't willing to negotiate.
No, I hear you. I recently closed a guy in Texas, VA guy, disabled. I love to help my veterans, and he was able to get a nice chunk of change for seller credits to pay his interest rate down. We were able to give him 100% financing. He brought a little bit to closing, and he's at a beautiful home, pool home with a nice shed in the backyard. I'm jealous of in Texas, so that's definitely a thing. Other things I want to talk about with you is like what part of town are you mostly focused in currently?
So Northeast Florida. I actually focus mostly in Baker County, if you're familiar with it, just outside of Jacksonville. So the Oakleaf area, if you know where Oakleaf is, just a little bit west between there and Lake City. That's my primary area. That's where I can tell you anything and everything you want to know.
Okay. What is the medium purchase price over there?
So we're looking around 320.
320. Okay, that's
so
pretty
it's
good.
a little lower.
No. It's like the average house is like 380 or so. I believe. We do have a lot of first-time home buyer loans. I know I have one lender that would give up to 3%, up to 15 grand for their purchase price on a conventional loan. I have some FHA things, so that's a nice, good starting home to a small family purchase price. So that's definitely a good area to look in. Dylan's your guy over there in that area if you're looking.
Especially if you want something rural, we have a lot of rural land there.
Okay.
I mean, if you're open to mobile homes, we have a ton of mobile homes. That's primarily what we have as you get out a little further. But man, we have great prices.
Yeah.
In comparison to some other areas.
Inside here for sure. No, yeah, Jacksonville. I mean, this is a great market. I think we're top 5 in the country right now, Jacksonville, Florida. So congrats to us. Hopefully the Jags will be top 5 in the NFL. But I might have to go out there and see what I can do. So let's kind of bring this around a little bit. Let's talk about fitness a little bit. Like I said, this is mortgage and muscle. I'm a guy, there we go. I'm 36 years old this year. I got a few kids. I'm trying to stay fit. And let's talk about, kind of staying in shape is how you feel, how you look, do better, So that's it's all hand in hand.
You always got to do better.
It's all hand in hand. So
is this what we're calling the new dad bod? Because this is one heck of a dad bod.
That's what we're trying to do right here, So what do you do on a daily or weekly, would you say? Nutrition, working out?
Nutrition. So I eat almost the same thing every day. Obviously, when I have events, if I'm meeting people, I'm not afraid to eat out.
For sure.
Networking is more important than anything. So if I'm out,
yeah.
I'll go eat. Like today, I went 8 out. But typically, I am a 5 eggs, 8 ounces of ground beef for breakfast with a banana and some fresh maple syrup.
Whew.
And then I've got 5 eggs, 8 ounces of ground beef after I hit the gym. So I've got a 6:30 breakfast and another one right around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
There we go.
And then I eat lunch. I eat 5 meals a day, almost the same thing.
Are you
every
prepping?
day.
Are you prepping it during the weekends, or?
I am,
You
yeah.
are?
So I love it because it's easy. You throw the ground beef on the stove, throw taco seasoning
There
on
you
it,
go.
and then I make the eggs with each meal because eggs
Yeah,
in the
you
fridge
can.
aren't
Yeah,
good.
the day
And then
eggs.
obviously rice, but my primary carbs are coming from fruit right now.
Yeah, that's a good source. That's a
Hit
good
the gym
source.
5 days a week, sometimes 6, and then running in the afternoons twice a week. I love it.
That's good, man. So are you doing like a mile, quarter?
I'm doing just a mile.
Just a mile. Yeah, that's all
and
you
then,
need.
And then I'll walk after that. But my goal right now, I started doing this about 2 months ago. I've always hit the gym, but I started hitting it really hard and consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And man, everything else has just gotten better.
Yeah.
Everything. I look better. I feel better. I'm more confident when I talk to people.
Absolutely.
I'm not just sitting in the corner. I'm able to do, I don't know, you just feel good. It's kind of like you said in the beginning.
Feel good, do good. Like being like fit gives you a certain sense of security, and it helps you like focus a little bit more and entertain, engage with new people. So I definitely I agree with you. Personally, I lift heavy right now, but I need to kind of cut down myself. So I'm just doing a lot of dumbbell work. Throw some rowing in recently. Got a little
nice.
hydro machine, so
Nice.
that thing's pretty. That meant to go hard on a minute. You like, whoo, it's serious.
Feel like you're gonna die. Yeah,
No,
I went
for
to
sure.
CrossFit for the first time.
Okay.
I don't do it consistently, but I did go to CrossFit. They'll get you on that rowing machine.
Yeah, that thing's serious.
Man.
Thing is serious.
Ooh.
That's serious work. Well, going back to real estate here, what is the kind of, would you say is the worst or the kind of scariest transaction you had as a realtor representing or listing client?
So I wouldn't say it was the client's fault, but the worst real estate transaction I've been a part of, and it wasn't even the transaction.
Okay.
Let's just picture this for you. Out in the middle of nowhere. So off of a very rural road, a mobile home from the 80s. This guy, secondary mortgage investor. So he's in the secondary mortgage market. He bought the note, foreclosed on whoever was in there, and then he moved tenants in and started renting it out. He's in another state. No property management, no nothing. He's just got tenants.
Okay.
Well, he's getting mailed a check. They stop paying. 4 months goes by.
4 months.
4 months goes by. He calls me at my office and he says, hey, I don't have an agent. I'm really looking to work with an agent. Can you go check this out? I want to sell this place. I'm not getting paid anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. He still has contact to the people staying there. I go check it out. I walk in the door. In the middle of nowhere, roaches.
Like on the wall.
Roaches. Look, in a mobile home, you have your little, I don't even know what you'd call them, but not crown molding because it's a mobile home, but around the top. Well, those boards were removed and it looked, the walls were moving up top. They were just everywhere.
Oh.
Everywhere.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
man.
Nasty.
That's
And I will never forget it because I walked in and it was just like it was moving. They were moving. Long story short, we got everything cleaned up, got the place sold. But
Did you clean it up?
No. I've got a great junk removal guy and he took care of everything and we had a pest control company come out. But
wow.
ooh,
I can imagine that. I would have walked in and walked out.
you get a good point on those kind of deals.
Desk. Yeah, I'm not really seeing that in person.
Lucky you.
What would you say is like your most like heartfelt or your most memorable positive transaction you've had?
Positive. I worked with a VA client. He had a family and we got him and his wife their first home together. And what was awesome, so we worked a long time, probably 6 months. And it was when I first got into real estate. I met him at an open house and stayed with them for, like I said, about 6 months. And we finally found them somewhere. But they were so excited because at the end of everything, we sat down at that closing table and we'd got seller concessions. We'd got everything together. And as you know, VA finances a lot. Mm-hmm. So they got cash back at closing.
There you go.
And they went and bought a brand new lawnmower. And it was the most exciting thing for them.
That's awesome. That's a beautiful story right there. Yeah. Love a good I love VA loans. Those are, I love our military. I respect them. I appreciate them. But give me a VA loan and we can make something happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Best rates, easy to qualify for, down to 500 credit score. So.
And most of the people you work with VA are cool.
Yeah, they have their documents. They're straight up people. They're easy to communicate with, organized. Yeah, no, absolutely. I totally agree. What do you think is going to happen? The Feds meet in another 2 weeks. Do you foresee any changes in like home purchase prices or anything like that?
I would love to see purchase prices drop. I would love to see it. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. I don't want to tell you, I'm confident that there's going to be a change up or down. Okay. But I would love to see it drop, and I would love to see a little bit more influx of buyers and see things get a little hotter.
Absolutely. I'm hoping or I'm thinking that hopefully with the adjustment and the kind of news that rates are going down, that people that are sitting on the sidelines are going to be like, tap me in, coach, and get ready to start making some
Let me get out there. Let me get something.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
That would be amazing.
We'll see what happens as the market is adjusting and rates are going down. If you're looking to purchase or sell a property in Baker County, Dylan is available. Of course, my information will be, both of our information will be in the description below in the video contents. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Dylan, I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yes, sir. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.